Alright, it's Sunday afternoon. I think I'm going to do a little bit more Bondo work. I noticed on the last video, several people are pointing out that I should get some long sanding blocks and throw away my little short one and buy an air board. Make it easier on the little man who's doing all the sanding. Y'all know me, I'm a little bit tongue-in-cheek. I got a unique sense of humor. You know, the little man didn't do all the sanding. What the little man did do is a little bit of sanding. You know? Anyways, I'm going to continue on. I'm going to get this thing pretty straight. And then I got a little bit of rust repair to do down there. I doubt I'll get to that today. I'm sure I won't. But I'm going to get a little closer. Get a little closer with this Bondo work. In the old videos I pointed out it's sanded now, roughed up, took the gloss off, but that's the color it's gonna be whenever I paint it, which is probably this fall. What? Long sanding blocks? Alright, I got her down to 120. But you know what they say, all sanding and no welding makes Jack a dull boy. So I gotta, ain't that what they say? I think it is. I had to add a little bit more Bondo. One guy said he thinks the 3M hardener, or 3M Bondo was harder because I used more hardener. Actually, the 3M, I used red hardener, and the Rage uses blue. That's why it looks different. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to figure out how to use my lift. I think I got some 4x4s out back. I'm going to cut them, stick them across there, and maybe get my neighbor or something help me pick that cab up and get it up so that I can weld the corners. At least that's my idea for the moment. Alright, while I was waiting for the Bondo to set up, I went out and found a 4x4, but only one, and cut down a little cedar tree. Let's see what happens next. One thing about body work, I do kind of enjoy it. Although I noticed I enjoyed it more when my shoulder didn't go creak, 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 creak every time I hit a stroke sanding. What the heck is going on? You know, I used to be nimble and strong and agile and all that. I don't know what happened. Probably my wife's fault. Alright, I had to get the young man to come out, and he picked up that cab, and I slid them two creepers that it was sitting on out from under. And then we got it over there. So now we're going to pick it up with a lift. You know, it's handy to have a strong man around. Don't know what we do without this boy. He's, as we speak, picking up that cab. Now, in case you're wondering, we never run the chainsaw in the shop to shorten up a piece of wood, would we? Alright, go ahead and pick it up. Look there. That's slicker than anything. You know what I just realized? My sanding block's up on the roof. Maybe I'll toss you up there and get it. Alright, that worked pretty good, but we gotta go get the sawhorses and set it on them so it's a little more stable. That won't be good for sanding and hammering and whatnot. But that's what I gotta do mostly, is fix that. Fix that right there. That's not too good. I think maybe the other side's okay. Oh, it's got a little badness in it, don't it? Well, I think we'll fix it. Shall we fix it? Alright. Now we got it up and it's pretty stable. you know, it's fairly stable. We gotta straighten that out right there. That's where I welded the gas filler was there, and I welded it up and evidently didn't do a very good job hammering and dollying it back out. It's all pretty straight on the back side here. There's a little dent there. I can probably hammer and dolly that out some. But the worst of it is the rust. Alright, let me get busy. You know, that boy right there is handy. I recommend to everybody to have yourself a handy young man around. I recommend it to everybody. That's what's called a pregnant silence. Alright, I got out my little dollies and a hammer. Didn't focus very good. Alright, I got out a dolly or two and a hammer. Oh, there's one of them long sanding blocks. Aren't you glad I got you one of them?
Yeah.
That's awesome, ain't it? And I raise that dent up and then I run a piece of sandpaper across it, and you can see it's almost gone. I can probably get it just a little bit more. I kind of wish I'd showed you all this closer. But little man is a lot better at the dolly work than the last time we did this. He's pretty darn handy. We got that dent mostly out. Well, it's not really a dent. It's from where I welded it, gas welded it, and the metal kind of shrinks and makes things get wacky-jawed. But I run a sanding block across it. You can see it's just a little bit messed up, but it had a big old high spot there and there and low spots. We can hammer on it a little bit more. Let's see if we can get a little closer. You want to?
Sure.
Well, I started on this back when I was started on this, but I didn't finish it. So let me try to think over how I'm gonna finish it. I done welded the piece on the inside. Seems like I would have done the outside first and then the inside, don't it?
Yeah.
But that ain't what I did. See, I had to modify the cab so to clear the frame. We done some hammering and dollying on the back of the cab, but we ain't done with that. But you know, I think I'm gonna go in and get cleaned up. Starting to feel some hunger pains. And I know that little guy over there, he might not be hungry this minute, but he will be pretty soon. Alright. How about ring the bell, man? Can you ring the bell?
Ring the bell? Are we quitting?
Huh?
Are we quitting?
I'm quitting. I'm hot and tired. You look so excited.
It's just kind of odd of you.
Huh?
Kind of odd of you. It's only 5 o'clock.
Oh, I'm getting old. I'm petering out. There's a book, it's called The Peter Principle. You should read it sometime.